for that horse, I never would have gone to flight school.
That was such an inspiring and hilarious story, John Henry.
Yeah. Oh, are we on?
Oh, are we? I think we're on.
What a coincidence. That's crazy. Awesome. Well, super pumped to be here today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You're listening to Honest to God on AM 1160 The Quest, Atlanta's Catholic radio. And you'll notice we have a really empty studio today.
It's just us.
Can you pan around? The camera's on to the empty chairs?
They are. Look, there's just empty seats, just with no one there. It's like a ghost town.
Just me, producer Ben, and that which is and isn't at the same time off to my right. Yeah, which we're super excited about today.
No matter if we're here or not, it seems to be here.
And by excited, I mean filled with existential dread at the empty abyss. To my right, which you may or may not be show notes, Benny, but we are super excited. Today's a very special episode. Not only is it the 2000th episode of Honest to God, it is our 1 year anniversary.
It's funny how those two things line up so perfectly.
It is weird. I hadn't thought about what a round number it is.
Yeah.
What's that math work out to? About 6 episodes a day? That was last year?
Yeah, just about.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. And it's been a blast. I wouldn't, there's nobody I'd rather do 6 episodes of Honest to God a day with than you, producer Ben.
It's all we do now.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen my family in 365 days.
I don't have a family because of the show.
Yeah,
they all
anymore,
left.
because of the contract.
Yep.
Yeah, the Quest drives a hard bargain over here. No, but this is our 1 year anniversary, and we are so excited to be here. And I think we've got like an extra long, some extended show today.
This is an extra long show because we've got some, if you can see for our video listeners, a bunch of awards to give out here on this episode of Honest to God.
Yeah, we're going to sort of have a rotating door of panelists coming in, all of our favorites. There were people that we wanted to have on here,
but couldn't.
That we couldn't.
Shout out to Madeline, who has work.
Yes, but there was nobody that we have on here that we didn't want.
That's right.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
And if there were, I wouldn't admit it on air. So anyway, let's begin as we do all things with the prayer in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you so much for 1 year of this show, this ministry, this attempt to build community and fellowship amongst a group of people, sort of a demographic that is often cast aside in regards to just building up your kingdom, I think, in the modern world, Lord. Thank you for the relationships that we've made. Thank you for the people that we've brought together. Thank you for all the fun that we've had. And we just want you to know that this was that it is a pleasure to work with you, God, in all things. Please continue to be with us as we continue in this endeavor. And we ask all these things through the intercession of Mary, our mother, as we pray. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Man, it's so open-ended, though. That's what's sort of like, we've always talked about how we just want to have a show where we just riff back and forth.
Yeah, and this is it.
Kind of got that opportunity, and it feels weird.
It is.
I do have to make sure that we shout out that this episode of Honest to God is brought to you by Kroger. And then in parentheses it says here, but not the store. So
you know what that means.
Yeah, no, everybody gets it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, we're just not going to say it. We're not going to explain it because of how obvious it is.
Yeah, it's just Kroger, but not the store.
Yeah. So Ben and I have sat here talking to each other for coming up on the equivalent of 3 days in the last year.
Yep.
Just back and forth.
Just back and forth for 3 days.
And I wanted to start. I don't know. I just want to hear your opinions on, because we're going to give awards for most controversial episode. We're going to talk about what's been the most popular clip, the most popular episode. We're going to go through a lot of different just sort of stats and stuff over the course of the next hour or two. But I want to know what your highlight of the last year of Honest to God has been. Ben, what do you think?
You know, my highlight of the year has really been that we've done it for a year now, which is a crazy thing to think.
Yeah.
That this show that I remember when it was just I believe you reached out to me, or you were over at my house and you just said, hey, I've got this thing that I'm doing with the Quest. Would you want to be the tech guy for it? And I was like, yeah, that'd be so cool. And then I got brought onto a Zoom call, and then it started happening. And then we were designing the logo and coming up with the name and figuring out what the bumpers were going to be like. And now we've filmed, this episode is our 60th episode filmed. Out of them, not 60 episodes released. We've had some cancellations. We'll go into those too. All the fun things
got
about
scrapped.
Oh yeah. But it's been a wild year of this show. Being able to co-host it with you.
I'm gonna get sappy. I I did that thing where I asked you a question, just waiting for you to finish so I could tell you what my answer was to the same question.
Cool.
But like, that's great. I'm glad.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about the last year has been getting to see you and the fact that I get to hang out with you because we were.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, we've known each other. I think we've gone over this on the show before, but we've known each other since you were like a sophomore in high school.
Since I was 15 years old.
And then you quote unquote graduated youth group and we got to be friends, right? And
Now we're just good friends.
And now we just get to be friends.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
I like how it's an excuse for me to see you a couple times a month and sit down and just hang out with you. So
one of the only reasons I look at memes on my phone is to screenshot them and then show them to you when we film Honest to God.
I got some great ones.
Okay, cool.
Too. We're not going to do that on the air because I feel like that's kind of
But after the air, you can bet that we will be sharing memes with each other. Yeah.
We'll awkwardly stand in the parking lot in the dark when we both have important things to be doing, just sharing stupid
just like
pictures
giggling at our phones, then showing each other. And
yeah. We're like 13-year-olds. That's
absolutely
awesome.
Yeah.
No, good. I also really liked and I want to get into this, some of the shows that did not make it onto the air that I kind of think are worth going, because some of them have been just like there was an audio reason or whatever.
Right.
There's that one time we had Jeff Goldblum on.
Yeah.
We did that
and he just did not like it.
Hour-long thing.
He was just like, I didn't like what you guys said about me, Jeff Goldbllum.
he did exactly like that. And then we had one episode, our first ever What's on Your Mind episode, that was just the biggest. Like I don't even know how you describe it.
Well, because we went into it that like, oh, we're gonna do this thing called What's in Your Mind, where we're just gonna spitball topics and just talk about whatever, and it went so off the rails.
It had nothing to do with anything that's the mission of this show. It just became like an attempt to get this guy a date. It was awful.
That was like half the show.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun on the show, and we're going to highlight a lot of it. I think we're ready to bring in our first set of panelists. John Henry, you ready?
I'm 100% ready. Do we have any, are these awards? Are we basing them on awards? Is that how we bring them in?
I don't know who we have in the back, but some awards will be given. Not sure to who or for what.
And we might have, I can hear the voices a little bit through the wall. We might actually have Jeff Goldblum from 1994 back there.
Really? Is he back?
It sounds like Jeff Goldblum after The Fly, the movie The Fly, but before Jurassic Park came out. Might be in the back right now.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's find out. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
All right, guys, super pumped to be back. We actually have panelists, and none of you are new because this is an awards day, right?
Nice.
So we're giving away a lot of awards. We have got all professionals here. We got Thomas. We got Ken.
I guess let's go with it.
Yeah.
But not from the movie.
We got Kim, but not from the movie. Yeah. We got Julia, and we got Nini. And if we could just go around, and I think we're gonna do both. I think we're gonna do one fun fact because it's like a rule. You got a fun fact, and then what's your awards for? And if you don't remember, you can ask me because I got it written down. Cool. And then wait, how are we gonna distribute the awards?
I will give them to people.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's start with you, Thomas. What you got?
I have a fun fact.
I'm pumped.
I'm really excited about. So I actually brought kickball to
the United States.
I invented the game. To the Yucatan Peninsula. Quintana
what
Roo.
does that mean?
Maybe not the whole peninsula, but to the Mayan zone. So the jungles of Mexico and Quintana Roo. I was doing missions down there back in a long time ago, and we we're trying to hang out with the kids.
And they didn't have kickball?
They didn't have kickball.
Whoa.
It was amazing. So I taught them how to play. They called it foot base,
which
I thought was amazing. And I didn't go easy on them either. So they had to learn the real game, not the baby version of the game. And so they're a bunch of kids, and we played like for a whole day. And
so
it's pretty popular
the school
now,
that your kids attend, and where I work, and my kids attend there too. There's a lot of soccer players, and I get no end to the enjoyment I get by just trash talking soccer to all the people. I actually don't have that strong of an opinion about soccer. That's great. You like soccer, whatever. Like soccer. But it is one of my favorite things to do at that school is to just like take offhand digs at soccer as like the premise and everything. Yeah. But my favorite thing about soccer is that soccer, which predates like football, like American football, I love the fact that we took their name football, we applied it to a sport that does not involve your feet very much at all, and decided that was the best sport in the world. I just think that's cool.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
USA. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, what's your award? Do you know what your award is? Or do you want me to award it to you?
Oh, I got the Dan Award. I'm the most Dan, right?
But that's not what my notes say.
Well, that's what I was told before. That's an inside joke. So for those of you who were not present before, we were talking about who got whose award, and they were saying that Dan got the Dan award, and I thought I got that one.
It was a close run.
I mean, Ken got the Tim Award right there.
Yeah.
What I've got down here is that you've got the TJ Maxx Most Popular Clip Award.
Sponsored by TJ Maxx.
Sponsored by TJ Maxx. It's a great place to buy stuff for your mom. Yeah, that's what it says. That's the line.
Only when you're checking out and you're going through that tunnel and they have all that awesome stuff. Like,
always
randomly
the
at the end.
best stuff. And now that I'm an adult, I can buy whatever I want from there, and that's super cool.
With your adult money.
I can. Yeah, I can buy all the Big League Chew bubblegum I want.
Oh, absolutely.
The TJ Maxx checkout line.
There we go.
Awesome.
But yeah, Thomas had the most popular clip
Oh yes.
on the channel, which was and it was a surprise, honestly, because you never know what's gonna do really well on YouTube. But it was our clip when we were talking about RRR.
One of the best movies ever made.
One of the best
I
movies ever
ironically
made.
love that movie. Yep.
And we were talking about like how it portrays a really nice sense of like manly friendship.
Right, male
and, like,
intimacy, non-romantic male intimacy.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And the country of India saw that and was just like, all right, well, we're going to share this with everybody. And so it has, I think, close to 3 times.
Million awards.
Yeah, 3 millions views.
Sorry, views, yeah.
Awards
It's
was
got
right.
2.3 thousand views. And it is still like, on average, our most watched video any given month.
I think it's because of the awesome thumbnail. Big shout out to Ben, by the way, on all thumbnails.
Thank
if
you,
you
thank
are
you,
just
thank
listening
you.
to this on terrestrial radio or through the podcast, you should go on YouTube. You owe it to yourself just to look at Ben's totally on point every time thumbnails.
You know what? This is off topic, but I'm going to bring up probably my favorite thumbnail that I've done is either the one of Julian where I made him like a like an axe cutter. So I like gave him like a beard and changed,
Dig it.
put him in like a nice lumberjack outfit. Or one of the first ones, maybe the first thumbnail that I did for Honest to God, which is where I put John Henry in Les Miserables.
I remember. That is a really good
Why
one.
wasn't I put
That
in
was a
Les Mis?
great
That would've
one.
been awesome.
That was an awesome.
And just to clear up all the really like common back and forth about that clip, we're constantly getting fan mail.
Right, yeah.
Just about one direction or the other. I am very anti-French Revolution. Go French, the French monarchy. I'm super pro.
But that musical was amazing. Les Mis.
Except for Russell Crowe.
Oh, I love really.
You love Russell Crowe?
love him in
No,
that.
you
Yeah,
didn't.
I do. I thought it
No,
was
you
great.
didn't. He is objectively a bad singer.
Really? I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas, we'd like to award you with one award. You are number 1.
Most popular clip.
Most popular.
TJ Maxx Most Popular Clip Award.
So honored.
Pick
Thank
your
you so
mom
much.
up something nice today. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to set another record then top the last most popular clip and talk about how I think it's actually incredible that India just went to the moon.
Oh, I did hear about
And
this.
so
Yeah.
let's just talk about that for a little while.
They
And-
said so. I think about 1/5 of our subscribers are Indians. Actually,
16%.
16% of our subscribers
Yeah.
are from India. So if you're listening in India, big shout out, congratulations on
Congratulations. That's
your
really
lunar
amazing.
probe on the south pole of the moon.
Yeah, that's no one has ever
There you go.
gone there before.
Praise
so that's,
God.
Yeah.
That's great. Definitely gonna outpace our other clip. That was good.
Wait.
That can be the thumbnail. Do that again. Perfect. Yeah.
A year from now, getting another award for talking about India.
That's
what it's gonna
number
be.
2. So
All right.
That's funny.
Now we got Ken.
What am I saying?
You're telling us
Fun
you
fact?
got yours fun fact and then why what your award is.
Okay, fun fact. I've got to think about it for 2 seconds. So it's really just more of a fun story. So we're going to go back to way when I was in high school.
Whoa.
Little old me
Yeah.
of whenever age that was.
Dan just celebrated his 43rd birthday.
Yeah.
Yep.
happy birthday, buddy. Is that
So it's
Yeah.
a rough 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see the gray hairs coming in yet? But no, high school. Snowmageddon.
Yeah. Oh, can we
Yeah.
just share Snowmageddon
It was,
stories all day?
dude, it was great. So, in classic fashion of being a high schooler, we're walking around, everything's shut down, power's out, just chaos. We're taking like these little razor scooters to the top of a massive hill. It's like a half a mile straight down.
Heck
It's
yes.
fantastic. Bomb the hill. Let me tell you, razor scooters, if you stand on the brakes, those wheels will melt. You will fall off. You will get hurt on Snowmageddon. So
I broke my foot on a Razor scooter because I was doing it barefoot, and I used the brake, not thinking about how that metal was just going to conduct all that friction heat into my foot, and it burned my foot. I pulled it off. I fell off, and I like really bad.
You know, they've got a warning on the box that says wear shoes.
Do they?
No.
That's lame.
No.
I
I never read the instructions.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
They might.
I'm a guy. I don't read instructions.
Oh my.
So
And what award do you have today, Dan?
I don't know.
Ken?
I didn't even know I was going to be here.
Let's check it out. You need me to check notes?
Ken, this is who's the presenter of this one?
Sears.
Sears. This is the
love
Sears
Sears.
Dan
Sears
Award. It
catalog.
just says the most Dan. I don't know why we're giving it to Ken, but Ken, here's some
Adding
the
up.
most Dan.
I would like to
Award.
say it was a close runner-up. Thomas here. I thought he was going to beat me to it.
I really was
I was
holding out
very
for that
worried.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact I showed up 20 minutes before and gave John Henry and Ben $20 each to
Thanks,
give me
man.
this award, it would not be in my hands now.
All above board.
20?
though.
Yeah, all above board. Yeah.
No, but seriously, Dan has been on a lot of this, a big part of this show, and does a lot of behind the scenes stuff too. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
rocking and rolling, Dan. Big fan of Dan.
Oh, thanks.
And then
He's a
Dan, I
fan.
gotta get you doing the just pointing, hold the award up and like point to it so I can put it in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
There it is.
Price is Right.
And can you give a shout out to some other country other than India just to try to
Uzbekistan.
boost yeah.
I love their
We're really
tourism
trying to
industry.
grow our audience in Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan
The burgeoning
and-
Catholic community in Uzbekistan. Check us out.
I really just like the tourism there. They've got great scenes. Love the one place that you can go.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, I know the spot.
Real good. I know a spot.
Yeah.
And I will say, Dan, you were also one of our runners up for most shows been on.
Was it
Or been
really?
On one of
Oh.
those shows. This is now your 9th episode of Honest to
Wow.
God.
I
I can't
you've
count
been
past
on.
3, so that's amazing.
Yeah, I know,
was
it's
really
crazy.
hoping you're about to tell me it's the opposite of Thomas, where everybody watched his, everybody just logged off as soon as they saw me. I really wanted the other end of the spectrum.
The least watched.
Least watched.
That's not a bad idea. We can follow those stats.
That's
couldn't we,
funny.
for the least
I
watched?
mean, yeah, but it's probably just like whatever we posted last week.
No, that's okay. Least user engagement. We could find which episode had people stop watching the quickest, couldn't we?
Yeah,
It's
we can
just
find that.
whenever you see me starting to come up with a word, just skip ahead. Most skipped over.
A big shout out to people because your brother, I think, mentioned this, and I've heard this from other people.
Mm-hmm.
People who will skip over the entire content portion of the show just to hear the fun facts and then
it's
the
amazing.
card game or
Shout
popsicle
out to
stick
those
again.
people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Especially if they're in Uzbekistan right now.
Love those Beckies.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
do.
So we got Julian coming up with a really fun award brought to you by Kmart. I'll let you give your
Kmart
your
still
fun
open?
fact.
Just
I don't
for
know,
this
they
award.
sponsored the award.
Just for this
They
award.
sponsored the award. Yeah. All right. What's your
Amazing.
fun fact, and then what's your award? You know?
So, fun fact, I'm going to take it way back, just like Dan did. And it was about 10, 11 years ago. I actually got to go on a slide that was made and carved out of ice that was taller than me in 0-degree weather in Alaska.
Wow.
A town called North Pole. It was this shop called Santa's Land, and they actually had Santa on the inside. I bought a book.
Santa?
Santa was North Pole, Alaska.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Santa. I didn't even know.
He's American? I thought he was.
Apparently, yeah. I think they keep them there just because people would try to go to the actual North Pole.
Dangerous.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Makes
it's-
sense.
but now
switcheroo.
I've revealed where he's hiding. So
Go check him out.
yeah, go check him out. But I bought a book. It was the night before Christmas, and he signed it. And
Santa Claus signed
I sent it to my oldest son because it was Christmas time, and I was actually there on military orders for other reasons. And yeah, so I got to ride on an ice slide.
That is
Oh,
super
that's
cool.
cool.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Fun fact.
And your award, do you know what your award is already?
I do know what my award is, and it does not surprise me. It is the most controversial award. Or
It
the-
is-
Controversial episode.
It's the
Yep.
Kmart most controversial episode award.
Kmart specifically wanted that award. I don't know why they were so adamant about it.
And I think they're making a comeback. I think this might be the beginning of Kmart's return. It
Yeah.
seems to be a big marketing
It was
strategy.
between like Kmart and Circle K.
Yeah.
Both the K's for some reason wanted the controversial one. I guess that hard K
Okay,
sound.
controversial. I mean,
Yeah,
I was controversial spelled with a C.
Yeah.
I misspelled it twice on my notes. I actually did. I'm embarrassed at how bad I am at spelling now that spell check exists.
Nice.
I figured it was just because Kmart was trying to make a comeback, and controversy is how you get noticed.
Oh yeah.
So, and that would also explain why Circle K was interesting.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get noticed.
Yeah.
That's why I like being controversial.
I like that. Yeah, we're desperate to just say things that are inflammatory here for the sake of clicks. We're big on that, just as a studio.
So that most controversial episode was our episode about Disney in general, like fairy tales, and specifically mostly about Gaston.
I was going to say, but it was really about Gaston.
It was really about
and
Gaston.
that's why so many people
and we'll
disliked
have other people that were on that episode, mainly Miriam, her and Jira. Sadly, Jira could not make it today.
it.
Very
That's killing me.
sad.
She's doing some cool
I know.
something with Jordan Peterson, right? Something
Really?
With this. Yeah, like
Oh.
a joke.
Oh, that's
no, just
cool.
in general. That's where she's
Oh,
off doing,
okay.
working with something that he does.
Is this episode kind of like where they do like flashbacks to previous episodes? Like, are the people watching this right now, are they going to see like Julian pop up and see a clip of him talking about Gaston?
No,
No.
Oh.
No,
it's
we
just
don't
us
have- we don't have the
talking
budget
about
for
those
that.
things.
Can we bring up what he said? I'm curious, or what was said about Gaston?
do
I
it
can't
fade in,
remember
fade
exactly,
out.
but it was mostly that like it was you and
Me and
Jira.
Jira
really.
just went off for about 45 minutes on how
Gaston
if you really
was right.
dissect, the
that
Beauty and
was
the
the-
Beast, Gaston makes all the valid
Yeah.
points, but he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
And his
okay.
big sin is he's kind of a jerk, and knowing what he knew, he did the virtuous thing, right?
Yeah.
Because from his
Okay.
perspective,
But I've heard that
he's a
the
jerk.
good guy. Some people
but
say, yeah.
there's a monster who trapped a girl in the woods, kidnapped her, and will not let her go, and he leads a mob to kill the monster. That's a beautiful thing. You should do that.
Yep.
Yeah. And I
right.
stand by that. I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the monster
Well,
had
Julian?
goodness in his heart.
Okay. He was still a were-buffalo thing. And I feel looked scary and
Well,
literally
Julian,
kidnapped a beautiful girl.
For being on our most controversial episode, you definitely knew it was going to be controversial when you came on.
Oh, I did.
I could see it in the eyes.
did.
Yeah.
I was not
But
surprised.
here is your award.
It is the Kmart Most Controversial Episode Award.
Oh, thank you.
The K in
forget to
Kmart
put-
does stand for
It
controversial.
does stand for controversial, yes. And I'd like to thank my mom, because without her, I would not be controversial as I am today.
Yeah.
Controversial?
Controversial.
We don't have to
Controversial.
quibble over syllables. You can pronounce it however you guys want.
That's too
Yeah.
controversial.
All right, now, Julie, I need to get you doing. Yeah, there
Oh,
it is.
look at that.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Y'all see the stickers, by the way, on the choice?
sticker?
Number one.
Come
yeah.
on, isn't that cool?
I do like that.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
get one like when you're checking out
Yeah,
at
you can
Kroger
go-
and you just
Yeah, we have more in the
stick it on?
back.
But
Just
look,
ask
our
Jan
shirt,
for
we
one.
haven't talked about the shirts. We got shirts.
Oh, yeah, we got shirts. Look at
Do
this.
it looks terrible if I turn around in this chair, probably.
No,
right?
do it.
No, do
Just
it,
turn
do
around.
it, do it.
You want me to do it? It's super cool.
Oh, that's
Whose face is that on the left?
Yeah.
It's me and John Henry.
It's giving me Harry Potter
John Harry's the
vibes.
one on the right, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I could.
It's
tell
hard
with
to
the red.
tell.
I can
Yeah.
tell with the red.
Yeah. But anyway,
awesome.
yeah, I got those shirts last week. Actually, they came in.
I really dig it.
Yeah, I dig it. We have to wear undershirts under them because they're very thin, and so we got to work on the actual printing and finding a good supplier to get some
Where'd you get
quality
them from?
shirts. Got them from-
Uzbekistan.
For the record, if you're a listener from Uzbekistan, we are in no way disparaging the quality of your t-shirts. So please go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. Was that good? Was
Yeah.
I think that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
that was seamless, right?
Uzbekistan will love it.
Yeah, those Uzbeks really do love a good
shout
shirt
out.
reference. Yeah, talking about the quality of their
Great shirt
textiles.
industry there.
Yeah.
Great. Well known.
I saw
the
you
best.
guys have some business cards too.
We
Also
do.
from Uzbekistan.
These are amazing.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
So Nene, I want to move over to Nene now, who has the most popular show, the Iced Tea, the rapper, not the drink.
Yes.
The Iced Tea Most Popular Show Award, and when we were talking with Iced Tea's people for the sponsorship deal. We were like, what does this mean? You're just a guy. You can't, that's weird that you want to sponsor it. And he said, I want everybody to go back and watch Law and Order, and how every time in every episode of Law and Order, after they figured out the complicated plot, Ice-T would say, so what you're saying is, and then explain the plot in layman's terms. So not enough people know that. You wanted to make sure people were aware.
Yeah.
That actually happens in every episode
Yeah.
that Ice-T's in of Law and Order.
I did not know that actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nene, you got the most popular episode. Can you remember what that episode was?
It was What Are You Looking For in a Guy, which was actually my first episode that I
That's an
I
early
filmed
one.
too.
That was one of our first, like in the first 5 or
Yeah.
6 episodes was that one. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was great. It was a great episode.
It was a good episode.
What are you looking for in a guy, Nene? I'm sorry, we're going to rehash all
why
of
are
it.
we doing this?
All of it. Since we're all guys, let's dig into this.
Literally.
Well,
I just realized that too. Wow.
well,
Can you give it to us in like summation of what the overall just sort of consensus was?
For me, I think for all the girls that was on the episode, I think we established that we wanted someone that had a good foundation of faith. A lot of the girls did say Catholic. I said Catholic or Christian, just someone that was able to share the faith with me as well. For me, it was someone that I can have like a good conversation with and that can make me laugh and also feed me because I love food.
So I really enjoyed that episode, and the sort of the brainchild of that was I'm about to do it again now in my theology of the body class that I teach to high schoolers. Is I have all the students go home and write 10 non-physical attributes that they find attractive, and 10 non-physical attributes they find unattractive in members of the opposite sex, and then I read them out loud. I read everybody's to everybody, and they're all basically the same 10 things, and it's all like beautiful, good stuff.
Yeah.
All the girls are talking about how I want someone who is going to be strong in their faith and who is not using foul language and who is not addicted to pornography, and like all of these just beautiful, good things that they're saying about one another. And then the guys will talk about modesty and all. It's awesome. And the whole point of it is to say, like, see, the kind of person you want to be deep down is the kind of person that the opposite sex is looking for. But we get so beat up and lied to by the world that we are tricked into thinking that it's not. So it was a great episode. Go back and
that was an awesome episode. That was one of our. It was a 2-parter because it was when we were still doing half-hour episodes.
Oh, wow, that was awful.
It was a 2-parter with what are you looking for in a girl from the guys. We really got to go back and revisit that topic at some point soon.
We need to do another hour on that.
Yeah.
For both of those.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and we're going to show it right now, guys. So go ahead. What do you think? Welcome back.
I would like to interject. I realized that I didn't hear a fun fact from
me.
From Nene.
From Nene.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Calling
you
you
don't
out.
get the HTG Most Popular Show Award without a fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I just got a new car.
Oh.
Nice.
Is it a fun
How
car?
fun
It
that
is a fantastic car.
What's so great about it?
What kind of car is
It's
it?
a Tesla.
Whoa!
It
Can I
is a
drive
red
it?
Tesla.
Can I drive it?
Yeah.
Does it? Cool. And
Awesome.
And we'll be right back.
Well, no, I actually have to give her the award. I haven't actually handed it over. But for Nene, for the most popular episode,
Woo.
there you
Yay.
go. Do be careful with them. The glue has not dried fully.
The glue's not dried yet.
I'm not saying I broke mine already, but I might have broke mine already.
You probably broke this already.
All right, Nene, you got to give us a
It's all right.
perfect. There we go.
That was really good one, Nene.
Yeah, that was a great
Yeah,
one.
that was the best one. Hers was better than yours. She looked more excited to receive her award than you did.
I was really excited, actually. I love that episode.
You got more and more excited as we move down in the chain here.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, I don't want to rush things, but we do have a lot
We have a lot of
already
awards to
paid
give out.
sponsors
Yeah.
that want to make sure their awards get shout out.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, we are rolling through these today, guys. This is a lot of fun. We got a brand new panel, except for Thomas, who's still there with his award. How's that award treating you, Thomas? Isn't it good?
I really like it.
It's authentic. Yeah, that's the real deal. I love it.
We asked him to leave, but he wanted to point one more time.
So I should I leave now? Is that?
So we just hung out, and you organically brought up a Tom Bombadil reference, which was awesome because what's your name? Ben, producer Ben, and I had a Tom Bombadil conversation off air before the show even started, before you were even here, and that blows my mind.
I love Tom Bombadil.
That's-
Big fan.
That's an incorrect take, but we don't have to go down that. And I don't want to argue with Miriam about that because she will give a better argument for Tom Bombadil than I can.
Well, I also think that Goldberry would be a cool band name.
Would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go into Tom Bombadil in our next Lord of the Rings episode.
Yes.
nice.
Yes, which we're going to do very soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to be there for that.
All right, so but those of you who are new to this section of the show, you owe us one fun fact, and then what your award is. Yeah, so better make up something fast over there, Aaron. So great. We're gonna start with Miriam.
What?
We're gonna start with you.
I have to announce my own award?
No, you just tell us your fun fact.
Oh, my fun fact. Sorry, I'm confused.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
been a
you
long
also have to
day.
announce your own award, but when you said it like that, it did sound ridiculous. So why don't we start with the fun fact? I'll ease into that.
My fun fact is that I'm in my 5th semester at Georgia State University, and I'm taking a figure drawing class, which is a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
Drawing any cool figures?
Not yet.
Nope.
Still
Turns out that doesn't play into the class at all. Bizarre. It's all
I did
landscape.
just start the semester, so
Oh, okay.
That's really cool. What's your major in?
studio art.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yay.
that's fits.
That's awesome.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah, and you get to piggyback on, was it Julian who we gave the same award to last time because he was also on
Yeah,
that show?
Julian
Yeah.
got the same award.
the most controversial episode award. Your most controversial episode award is brought to you by Bob Iger. Yeah, Bob Iger, the Bob Iger Most Controversial Award, which is cool. I mean, we are a little hesitant with partnering with certain corporations, but you know what? Given the nature of the controversy, I think it's important that we allow Bob Iger to sponsor this award.
I'm honored.
Can you do you want to rehash just with Miriam because she's actually there the controversy?
Gaston.
She brought it on. She brought it to us.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
No, I think it was
But
Gyra.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still
She's great.
interested in hearing
Gyra,
more.
But
Yeah.
she's not here and you are, so we like you better right now.
Oh, I'm speaking on behalf of Gyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
She's
also
very
giving the
inspired.
award to Gyra, but she's just not here.
Yeah. She's in Greece.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It
So
is.
is she doing some Jordan Peterson thing or something?
Yeah.
I see. I knew that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So the episode. Yes.
Aside from Gaston, do you think you could give us our whole childhood was a psyop pitch?
That would be difficult to get into, and I really don't think I have the brain power at the moment. But I think if
But
you,
it's the correct take.
it is the correct
Okay.
take that Disney is definitely trying to psyop your kids into perverting everything good about society and culture.
Man, Bob, I bet you're regretting sponsoring the award. Yeah, I mean, that was the essence of the show. We talked a lot about Gaston on that particular episode, but we also went into everything from Little Mermaid and just
Yeah.
contrasting the
that
Grimm fairy tales
episode
with...
branched off of the one that you and your sister were on right before that, which was, or a couple weeks before, which was the Saints episode, which I
Yeah.
think we're going to rehash this October as well.
We need to rehash a bunch of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
That actually, if I had to pick one episode that was my favorite, it might be the Saints.
I love
the All
that.
Saints
That
Day
was
episode.
such a great episode.
It was really cool.
Yeah, but it came off of that because Gyra's fun fact was the fact that she wrote a paper about Gaston, and then you and her had a thing.
Because I didn't I say
No,
I said it without knowing.
You opened the show by saying that you thought that Gaston was the true
That's
hero.
right. Yeah.
And then
And-
she said she had written a paper
Well,
about
actually,
it.
you said Gaston's not that bad, and then Jara was like, "I wrote a paper about that," and then we were like, "We have to do an episode," and we did.
That's
and
amazing.
It was very much. The response was quite negative.
Yeah. For reference, our average dislike ratio for all other episodes, except for that one, is 0. We have had no dislikes except for that episode, which got 20. So
I was
yeah.
all 20 of them. I had different.
Do dislikes help with the algorithm, Ben?
no.
Okay,
No.
never mind. Good, don't dislike this episode.
No, but there were so many girls like chatting up Jira in different group chats where they saw that she had said that, and they were like, "Well, Belle was this, and the Beast was so nice because he gave her a library." And she was like, "You guys didn't even listen to what I was saying."
That's wild. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was that fallout afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And a cool thing before that too, she should get an award for like how she got here to Honest to God.
Oh yeah, it's such a cool story.
Please tell that story.
Yeah, so I was on campus and I was just waiting for my next class, and one of my classmates came up and he was holding some rosaries, and he is not Christian. I would say he's agnostic atheist. And he seems to look down on religion, and he was holding these rosaries. I was like, "Where did you get those?" And he was like, "Oh, there was like this lady out there handing them out." And I was like, "There's a lady handing out rosaries on campus?"
Nice.
And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, I need to go see this. I don't see Catholics anywhere on this campus. It's
Right.
super
What campus?
Georgia State University.
Okay.
It's very liberal. It's like in the heart of Atlanta. And so I was like, okay, I need to go see this. So I went down there, and she had like this whole setup of like little prayer booklets and rosaries, and she was handing them out and talking to people, and people were coming up. I was surprised at how many people were interested in it. And then while I was talking to her, she was like, okay, so here's how you can spread the gospel and the rosary in these different
Amazing.
ways. And she gave me this card that had all of these different Catholic resources if someone wanted to learn more about the Catholic faith.
Right.
And on there, it said that there was a young adult podcast called Honest to God. And I was like, this sounds so cool. There's like a young adult, like a podcast. That's like so.
We're
what.
Catholic resource. Oh, wait. I'm actually like, that's a big deal to me. I'm not ironically pretending like I'm
No,
excited.
yeah.
I'm super pumped that an old
I
lady on
know,
college
it was
campus
so
told
cool.
me.
And I thought you guys, I was like, this is so great. This is exactly what I've been looking for.
That's
So I
amazing.
went home and I looked it up and I listened to like all the episodes that were on Spotify. I didn't watch them on YouTube.
That's
I just
fine.
listened to them on Spotify while I was washing dishes. I was like, this is great. Found them on YouTube.
Wait, did we look like you thought we looked?
No, I don't think so.
You thought we were way more attractive?
That's funny.
I I don't
Your
know.
jawlines are really disappointing. That's why you're weird.
I don't remember. I've known you guys for so long now that I don't remember what I thought you
I
guys
feel
looked
like you
like.
could have lied. I feel like you could have lied.
No, I'm really being honest.
fine.
But anyway,
What, was it
To
St.
God.
Paul Street
honest
evangelization?
to God. Anyway, so,
That's so cool.
That's cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
that whole. You probably mentioned it before on the show, but
then I commented on the video. I was like, "This is so cool. It's exactly what I've been looking for." And you guys were like, "Are you in Atlanta? Let's do something." And I was like, "What? Absolutely!" So I came here with Jaira, and we did the Saints
that's so
episode.
cool.
Oh,
That's
it was
cool.
Yeah,
amazing.
it was great.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember our first phone call.
Yeah.
It's-
That was
I'm
awesome.
surprised Miriam wasn't in the running for on the show the most. I feel like you're on it a lot. You need to be on it more.
I feel like
Miriam, you've been on it a good number, but there were definitely
Oh,
some
no,
that
there
kind
were-
of blew everybody else out
yeah,
of the water.
absolutely. Yeah.
be on it more, Miriam. We love you on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to be here more too.
Yeah, Bob
cool.
Iger demands more.
Biker demands more.
Well, I have something
Anyway,
interesting. So the group that was handing out the rosaries, St. Paul Street Evangelization, I was just hanging out all last week with their videographer because she's working on a project with me with Zenith Ministries.
Oh, wow.
And so, I know all about them. I've actually gone out and prayed with them and like handed out stuff with them
Oh,
too.
cool.
At KSU, not GSU. But
Did
maybe,
you talk
that's
about honest to
amazing.
God when you were there?
The whole time.
yeah, that's all I talked about actually.
Thank you.
No, I didn't.
Good.
Sorry.
All right. Well, Miriam, here is your award for most
Check it out. Nice.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Way to
Wow.
go.
I would like to thank Gaston first and foremost for this prestigious award. Thank
There you go. You got to look into the camera and do like a point to it. So the thumbnail.
Which one?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
put-
That
Oh, yeah,
one?
look
Yeah.
at the camera.
Perfect.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a great one.
Very good.
The girls so far tend to be doing better than the boys.
Yeah.
With the point. Yeah. You're fine, Tommy.
I appreciate
It's fine. Yeah.
Try
Work
better.
on it.
I thought yours was good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
All right, Janice, I think you're up.
All right.
Give us a fun fact.
Fun fact.
I'll announce your award.
Blah, 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 blah. I have a garden that's 70 feet by 70 feet.
That's
Whoa.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, crazy. And my whole entire life, I've just grown a cactus, and that's it. But last year we cleared the land, and I'm like, let's just, keep moving. So
You see any new
Wow.
crops coming in?
yeah, tons, like 100.
It's all cactuses.
Yeah, cactus. It's
One
amazing.
big cactus.
Don't-
That's what she was talking
Don't
about.
brush your
It's
legs
cacti.
by them. Yeah, I've
Not if
got
there's
about
one big
100
one.
things.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so another fun fact about Janice is that Janice has been on one other episode of Honest to God, and
Yeah.
it was the very first one.
So she's tied with fewest episodes of Honest to God
Yeah.
right now.
Mhm. I mean, we've had people that have been on
They're
for
just on
one.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause now-
so,
okay, that's
yeah,
I
not the
don't
least,
quite
but
fit the profiles.
But your award, and we argued about this beforehand, is that you're receiving the Shoe Shiners of the Atlanta Airport second oldest guest on the show award.
yeah.
I work
The Shoe
hard on it.
Shiners of the airport all got together
I
and
work
sponsored
hard.
this award.
Yeah, on those shoes shining. It's a great way to evangelize, though. When you're shining
Yeah.
those shoes, just talk.
Oh, I didn't realize you were actually one of them. I just know they sponsored the show.
Oh, I'm definitely one of them. Yeah.
The last few times I've been through the airport, there were no shoe shiners. There were still the big shoe shine things. I used to go. I used to get my cowboy boots cleaned up every single time I went to the
Oh,
airport.
that's cool.
They did a great job. It's like $10. It was super cheap.
Oh, nice.
But they haven't been there lately.
Very
So.
cool. Well, Janice, and I'd say also because you helped start the show, Honest to God would not be around if it was not for Janice Givens. So, Janice, here is your award for second oldest.
beautiful.
But I want to hear. I want to hear more from you, Janice, about. I mean, once again, this you had so much to do with getting this up and started, sort of your brainchild in a lot of ways, and just what I don't know. What have your takeaways been over the last year? Highs, lows, God moments. What you got?
Wow. Well, it's amazing. When we started the quest, and I think it was like 2017 or something like that. Right away when we started it, I wanted to do a young adult show, and so, but we had to wait to the timing and all that, and then we had some meetings and all that. But it was always on my heart to do that. So I definitely wanted to have a format where young adults could talk, and where, especially during all that COVID craziness, get out of that isolation, get out of the basement or whatever. And I have been thoroughly amazed. Not only, I'm usually in the back in the conference room back
Not
there.
usually, always.
Okay,
She's always back
yeah.
there.
Yep.
And it's great to see the community building and to see everybody it's a whole nother, it's just a group back there. It's a young adult group. And just to see, but when I get to listen to them, I don't get to listen to them because there's too much going on back there because we have a live feed. But when I do listen to them, I'm shocked and amazed and inspired every time. Every episode, I learn something new. I'm more moved to do something faithful, and I'm just blown away. It gives me such hope in the world.
Praise God,
Oh, I tell
Janice.
you, it just really does. It's amazing.
Well, thank you, Janice, for everything you had to do with the show. It's been awesome. Glad to be here.
I'll give you a round of applause, Janice.
Absolutely.
All right, Janice, now you got to show us. You got to pull it up and point to it.
Where do I look?
The camera here.
Right there.
Right there.
Boom.
That one or that one?
This-
Okay.
There it is.
Perfect.
Very cool.
All right, Aaron, what are you even doing here, man? I like Aaron. He's on one show, but I feel like I want you to award yourself. I feel like you can do it.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. You want a fun fact
Gotta
as
give
well?
us a fun fact first.
All right.
Aaron killed it, by the way, on a recent episode of Honest to God.
Yeah, you should go
Thank
watch
you.
Aaron's
Thank you.
episode.
Thank you. So, fun fact. I was recently given the honor to be a witness of a very rare century plant blooming.
Whoa.
Okay, explain
What's a
what is
century
that?
plant?
Yeah.
So it's an aloe plant. It's a type of aloe plant that lives for like 80 to 100 years. And then all of a sudden, a giant like 20-foot stalk shoots out of the top of it
Okay.
and is there for a few days, and then it just dies. Just the whole plant. And I saw the stalk. So
Whoa.
Wait, is there like a flower at the top of the stalk?
kinda not. I mean,
this ain't
like a
happening.
cactus flower, not like the really pretty kinds.
Yeah.
But it was
Cool.
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was in Decatur.
Right, where all the exotic plants
That's
are.
where they go.
People travel
Exactly.
across the world to get to Decatur to see the exotic plant. Was it like somebody's, like in somebody's yard? Or?
Yeah. I was I was actually answered an ad on Craigslist to help film it was a Protestant movie, very dramatic, African American type church, Christian film, and I was just there holding a mic, and I was a background actor as well.
The scene was it
had
around
nothing
the
to
century
do with
plant?
the century plant. No, it was in their next door neighbor's yard.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is
my
really
fun
cool.
fact,
I'm
yeah.
like super interested in this
Yeah.
century plant.
And I had just heard about it like a week before. So if I hadn't heard about it, I
What?
would
That's cool.
wouldn't know
That's so
anything about it.
interesting. God like prepared you for it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Do you want to shout
Nobody
out the
does
movie
that.
that you worked on?
I don't even know the name of it.
The Century Plant.
It's called
Starring Aaron, the mic guy.
It's SMS Novels.
Okay.
Is the production company.
Cool.
I believe.
Very
So,
cool.
But it
Cool.
was a movie, not a book.
Yeah, they started off as a publishing company.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Awesome, man. That's super cool. I like it.
That's awesome.
That might be the best fun fact we've heard in a while.
That was a cool fun fact.
good.
Yeah.
good. I'm on.
Maybe
Okay.
that's your award. Fun fact. You do the best fun
Oh,
fact.
no.
could. Yeah,
I was trying to make them.
I was no.
You're
That's
right.
not my award.
See, I'm the
Don't worry.
idea.
Oh, good, you got
Yeah, I've thought of this.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I got it.
My award is the award for not getting an award, otherwise known as the Paradox Award. It's like me saying this sentence is a lie.
Right. Or I don't speak a word of English.
Yes.
I don't know if I should give this to you or not.
I don't know. I think
Here,
it's
how about
only a
this? Hold on.
completed paradox if I have it.
one that fell apart.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
Earlier.
perfect.
Oh,
That one's
there you go.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Complete.
Take it.
Nice.
Do we want to do show notes beneath the award
Right now?
now? We don't have to.
No.
Show
Let's throw an award into the void later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just try.
I feel like it's
Into the
growing
eternal
to my right.
It's like
it feels,
reaching for
It
something.
feels both apathetic and angry, and I don't like the way that it makes my spine tingle. So I feel like we should feed the void something.
Okay.
at
Well,
some
he
point.
will be. He will be here tonight.
The void will show up. The
I don't-
void will
I don't know if
encroach
he's ever
more.
been here or ever left. Actually,
We'll
that's
find
kind of how
out.
I feel.
Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Are we ready for our next?
We're ready for some more awards.
whole
Thank you
nother one,
guys
just a-
for
yeah,
coming.
that was
Yeah.
exciting.
You.
I don't know
Yeah.
who's back there. But you mean
Awesome. Let's swap them out.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, and we're back. We just ate a cake. What did you mean, mention the cake thing? Right before we went on air, Ben said, mention the cake thing. I'll give you another 3. Then quietly did a 3, 2, 1, and then expected me to know what that meant. There we go.
Oh,
I
mention-
just start.
Mention the cake thing. I'll give you another 3. 3, 2.
All right.
It's really late. I've had like only sugar food today,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of like a little loopy.
It is almost 2 a.m. if you're listening, and we are live from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So we're jet lagged.
Yep.
It's crazy. You would be amazed at the time and effort that goes into tearing down the studio and rebuilding it in exotic locations every week.
We bring in a whole team. It's like
It's like
by
a
a whole
Mission
team.
Impossible 1, you know, when the walls fall down.
Exactly like that.
Takes off the mask.
Which is funny because this segment of the 1 year anniversary of Honest to God is brought to you by the original Mission Impossible. That is, and
Not the new one that's coming out
No.
or has already come out.
no, and not to detract from our overarching sponsor, which is Kroger, but not the store.
Yep.
You know what we
That's our headlining sponsor.
You know what we mean. All right, so we've got a couple of repeat offenders here. We got Rachel, we've got Sadie. Rachel's baby's here too. We've got, and then we have Philomena and Sam, who have never been on the show today. And I'm
Ever.
not kidding. For the 1 year anniversary, we were going to give Sam an award. Are you younger than Philomena, Sam?
He
Yes.
is.
We
By
were
1
going to
month.
give Sam an award for the youngest person ever on the show until Rachel busted out her baby. So we're going to give the baby an award.
Not have no chance.
I'm sorry, Sam.
It's not even a competition.
So, and you couldn't be on the show. And wait, how long have you been 18?
Like 11 days or 12 days or something.
Oh, nice. So, okay, cool. So you're like just barely skirting over the deadline.
Mhm.
Cool. So we are going to open, as we do all things, with not with prayer, because we already did the prayer.
Yep.
So I forget this isn't a brand new show. But we're going to do fun facts. Only one if you've been here before. But if you're new, I don't care how developed your language skills are. You have to give 5 fun facts, no matter how long it takes. So that includes Rachel's baby, Philomena, and Sam.
Do you know
Yes.
his name?
It's Caleb, right?
Caleb was my oldest son.
I'm sorry.
This is
Other end. Jonah.
Jonah.
Jonah. Yeah.
Did you say other what?
No, it's just like I was trying to. It doesn't matter. Whenever you're ready,
His name's
Rachel, you
Jonah.
can go first. Then Jonah, you're up.
Okay.
Just one fun fact.
One fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 boys.
That's not
And
that fun. That's
it's,
okay.
every day is fun with
Okay.
3 boys. And Jonah's fun fact is actually he's been on the show before. He just was inside my
In
body.
utero. Were you on the show with my wife when she
I
was
was
here?
when she surprised you. Yeah.
And her due date is in 1 week, but she has decided the baby will be here tomorrow. That's what she
Nuh-uh.
said.
Actually, her due date is the day this episode comes out.
No way.
It is, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I will almost definitely will have the baby by then,
Most
because all of them
likely,
come
yeah.
early. So we'll see.
Oh my god.
This will be the first thing the baby sees.
And the
You can
last.
watch it as you're in labor.
Look at this. Somehow we're gonna make sure. Yeah, that would be this. I would love to watch this while my wife is going
I
through
bet.
labor. Yeah,
I bet.
that's the plan.
She probably would love to watch it too while she's in labor.
If there's one thing that Angie always says makes her happy while pushing humans out of her body, it is watching me moderate Catholic show for young adults on
I
AM
believe it.
1160 The Quest,
I believe it.
Atlanta's Catholic radio. Yeah. All right, Caleb, that was 1, and your mom did it. So give us 4 more. I'm kidding. We're not going to. Jonah. Sorry. What? Can I ask you a question about his name? Why did you choose Jonah?
I just really like the name Jonah.
Oh.
I mean,
Do you have like a whale motif going on?
well,
in his
yeah,
name?
he has a lot of whale stuff.
Cool.
And I just got a blankie from his aunt actually last week that has whales on it. And he has a whale car seat cover. We've kind of ran with the whale theme after we chose the name Jonah.
Do you think it's going to backfire and cause him like severe psychological damage? Because you would think Jonah would be terrified of
About
whales.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because his brothers make comments like, watch out for the whales.
That's
So-
funny.
so
Okay, I like
maybe-
that. That's cool.
Maybe.
Well, he is precious. So we're really glad that you're here, Jonah. Do we want to go ahead and give Jonah his
Yeah,
award?
we'll go ahead and give Jonah his
Oh,
award.
First award.
His Jonah Award for the youngest contestant.
Which is brought to you by the Flint River Aquarium in Albany, Georgia. It's not the Atlanta Aquarium, but it's pretty great. There's no whales there, but it's pretty cool. It's all for you, Jonah.
Yay.
And we're going to need Jonah to like look into the camera.
Yeah, we
and,
need him to
like,
like point at it
Can he-
so he can.
can you just turn it around this year
get
so the
some
sun
thumbnails.
face?
Yeah. Yeah. and then
There
put
you
it-
go.
Yeah.
Oh, he is really well behaved too. Way to go, Jonah.
There you
rocking
go.
it.
Perfect. Excellent.
And I'm so glad he got that award and Sam didn't. This is. Are you predicting me on the phone? You're with Asians right now. Sadie, whenever you're ready.
My fun fact is I've driven longer than the Canadian to the U.S. border.
Wait, what do you mean?
I've driven from Edmonton, Alberta,
Uh huh.
8 hours to Great Falls, Montana, and then all the way down to the Yuma border.
Nice. Just to get on an airplane and fly to Ho Chi Minh City, where we are live from today. That's cool. That's wild. What was the whole length? Do you know the length, like mileage wise?
No, because we went straight to Ohio after that
Yeah.
to get to Franciscan. So
That's wild.
It was like 6 days or something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who moved from Atlanta to California and made the drive, and it was something else, but it sounds like yours is more impressive. It's pretty cool.
It just is.
Yeah. No, I love it. All right, Philomena and Sam, you guys both owe us 5.
Oh my gosh. I should have been thinking of mine. Okay.
I've been thinking. I can go
Hey,
first.
Sam, if you could be quiet and continue not having any awards, I'd like to hear what Philomena's 5 fun facts are.
So my first fun fact is that I am one of 10
Nice.
siblings.
Where do you fall?
Or one of 10 children. I'm the 5th. So
Okay.
right in the middle.
Cool.
Very much. Yeah. And then the other one, I was in a commercial when I was
Nice.
younger.
For what?
A carpet commercial.
Heck
Mohawk.
yeah. Carpets are cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
And let me think. I work at Publix.
okay, awesome. Publix. Big
Mortal
shout out.
enemy to Kroger, but not the shop.
not the store.
How many is that? That's 3.
3, yep.
I am not going to college.
Okay, cool. What are you doing instead?
I'm taking a personal trainer course online.
Nice. That's awesome. That didn't count as a fun
Hope
fact, though,
that
because I feel like those
takes
were melded
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's one more fun fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang it. Let me think here.
Favorite
Sam, come up with
food.
Mina's 5th fun fact.
What do you got? You know what sounds really good on radio is whispering away from the mic. What's your 5th?
Can you hear it if I whisper away from it?
No, but you
We
just,
can hear.
Yeah. Get like
If
an
you don't think of one,
embarrassing
I'm gonna-
memory.
My favorite color
Aw.
is light purple.
I'll let it go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. And Sam, who I don't think anybody's ever been more prepared for fun facts than Sam is. If
I
these,
don't
are
know.
if these are the best 5, I'll give you an award for the best 5 fun facts.
Okay. Number 1, my bedroom is behind a bookshelf. You pull a book, and the door slides open.
I've done it. It's really cool. And we won't tell anybody what book in case you're trying to get in your room. and you don't want them to.
Yeah. I own an Iron Man helmet. That
Where'd you get that from?
well, it was funny actually. It was my graduation party, and then it just sort of appeared there, like with nanotechnology, like in the movies, you know.
Cool. It's like an
it was-
actual Iron Man helmet.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy. Several people have asked me when I'm getting the rest of the suit. You have no idea how expensive the helmet was,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be a while.
Right.
That just made me forget the
I want the record to show I got him the helmet. That was me. I
It
did that.
was
Yeah.
me.
And I saw it before you did. I actually got to tinker with it, I think, before you
Yeah.
got to.
So how many was that? 2?
2.
Yes. I was born in a kiddie pool.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom's told me that story before.
Yeah. It was pretty wild.
On
start
purpose,
to my
too. Not
wild
like,
life.
yeah.
I graduated early
Mhm.
because I despised the education system.
Okay. That is a whole show in and of itself.
I was
Yes.
just about to say that. Was
I
need to get
would
Sam
love to
on.
We
be
did
on
that
there.
great college show where we spent half the episode talking about, like, hey guys, turns out college is not for everybody.
I mean, that's not what the episode was about, but
was
it
it
was.
about?
It was just about like is college for you? Not
Right,
like
no.
college
The answer-
might not.
But
be
the answer
for you.
seemed to be no.
Yeah, that's also
But
true.
it was interesting. I would love to do a show just about the education system.
Yeah,
I've got a
that'd be
background
cool.
in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
And then the final one is I've known John Henry since I was in 8th grade.
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. I've seen Sam be more sunburned than I've ever seen a human being sunburned before.
They called me the lobster. It was
Yeah.
pretty-
Oh.
You were champ. That's fun. That was first
I was
beach retreat.
dying. Yeah.
Did you go on every single beach retreat? I think there were only 3.
There were 2.
There were 3, right?
No, there were 3. The
I
two,
was too
me
young
and
for
Sam
the first
didn't go in the first one. Yeah, we weren't
Did
here yet.
anybody go on all of them other than Mary?
Haley was on all
Haley
of them.
did all
Yeah.
of them?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cool. So we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Honest to God today, and I don't know. I would love. I don't know if you guys you've never been on the show. I don't know if you've watched it, but for you guys, assuming that you've at least watched the episodes you're on, you got any hot takes? You got any honest to God hot takes 1 year in? Anything that you were a part of, or anything that you weren't a part of and saw, or I don't know. What are your thoughts? Open it up.
Wait, so does it have to be related to Honest to God, or
I think
just
so.
any hot takes?
I think it should be related to Honest to God.
Yeah, this is about honest to God. This
Yeah,
is a
just
show
to rein
about
it in.
us. Yeah.
Maybe that Ben might be a better host than John Henry.
Oh,
Or
that hurts.
equally,
Boy.
That does hurt.
John Henry could do a better job editing the show than Ben.
See, but that
feel
one's
better now.
factually not true.
Both are factually not true. Then.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, it's good.
Cool.
We should switch one day.
That'd be really fun.
I mean, I don't know.
Freaky Friday
I
situation.
literally have no idea what to do.
I wouldn't give you any like instruction or tutorial. I'd just sit you down and say, "All right, John Henry,
I would
let's do
watch
this."
that cut.
That'd be a great show.
I would
Yeah.
watch it too.
It
So
would
that'd be
start.
the thing. There
When
wouldn't
they
be a
would-
cut.
It'd start eventually. Yeah, it's sort of like 100 monkeys banging on typewriters for 1,000 years kind of
Yeah,
scenario.
yeah.
Eventually, something would come out that
Yeah.
would be worthwhile.
Cool. Awesome.
What about next topics for the next year of Honest to God? I am
yeah.
curious
What do you
about
guys
like
think?
topics that we should address.
Is the Summa Theologica worth reading?
I mean, yeah, but maybe not by you. Not you, but I mean like you, the listener.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I feel like there's definitely you gotta prep for it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like the philosophy text you've been training for, not so much just the pop philosophy.
The final boss.
You pick up, yeah. Sort of. Yeah, that's good. Anything else? Any other ideas?
We could do another mom episode.
Now that the
but-
babies are here,
Yeah, we could bring
That
the
would've been
babies
cool.
back. That would
Yeah.
be cool because were we all pregnant or most of us were pregnant?
I think
I
it
think
was
it was
all
all
think
but
all but
one.
one.
except for
All but
Sarah.
one, yeah.
Sarah
We
wasn't
could
pregnant.
bring all the babies back, but we could like talk about. I mean, the episode we did was like really like just about like beautiful aspects of motherhood, but we should talk
Talk about all
about
the
like
bad
the
stuff.
non-beautiful aspects.
No, I totally
of
agree.
motherhood.
Actually, I love the idea of having all of y'all sitting here with your babies on your lap this time to emphasize the non-beautiful parts because they'll be all like
Yeah, exactly.
grumpy from sitting still for an hour and
Uh-huh.
crying. Oh, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And Sarah wasn't pregnant then, but she had just had a baby. I know because I see that baby
She did,
every day
yeah.
at carpool.
Yeah.
So, and he's like a baby still. So, oh, that's a great idea.
That'd be really cool.
What about you, Philomena? What you got?
What was your
I-
first time hearing about the show? I'm
like
guessing
last
from
week.
Sam. Oh, what?
Yeah. Actually, okay, that's not a lie. That's a lie.
good.
I heard it like a couple months ago. I don't know. He had a sticker on his laptop of you guys, and
You did?
Yeah.
Thanks, Sam. Cool.
Welcome.
and I was like,
I'm
"What's
surprised
that?"
you have no stickers like anywhere in the set.
I didn't know they existed. I would love a sticker.
We have little honest to God stickers.
But it was like the one
It
like on
looked
the
like
back of my
this.
shirt.
It was
Yeah.
that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on my laptop.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's a podcast Ben does with Mr. Span," and that was it. And then last week he was like, "You want to come on the podcast?" And I was like, "Sure."
Nice. Well, we're glad you're here, Philomena. We'll have you back sometime when we're actually getting into something instead of
Yeah.
just recaps. All right, so you got to give us something. What do you think? Next 365 days of Honest to God.
I
What
feel
should we
like
talk
you
about?
guys should have like a saints battle of like different people saying like why this saint's the best.
I don't hate that. We were just talking about doing another Saints
Cool.
episode.
Yeah.
Because for All Saints Day last year, we did like a just fun facts about Saints episode, and I think we're gonna try to revise this year. for
That,
All
like I
Saints
said,
Day.
I think I
Yeah.
said that earlier in the show, but that was, I think, my favorite episode
But
we ever
pick
did.
like a few to like focus on. So I feel like it's hard to find podcasts where they go over saints.
I like how you're just trying to like stir up consternation about saints with people. No, I like that. Like, yeah, they're in heaven, but they deserve it more than so and so does. I think that's
That would
cool.
be-
Yeah, I'd be
But
interested.
No, but everyone has favorites.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
you might not know about them.
Yeah, I want a bunch of deep cut saints. I like all the saints I haven't heard of 10,000 times they didn't make the litany, you know? They're like kind of hipster saints that
Did you hear about Saint Genesius before I had like brought him up?
just like Saint Pelagius. Oh no, yeah. No, Pelagius was not a saint, but but wait, remind me.
It's the patron saint of actors and torture victims and clowns.
Okay, I do remember that.
Yeah,
There were
That's a good
so many
idea.
good stories from that
Wait,
one.
but
I like-
who-
Saints who
picks
has
what
the
their
widest
patron saint are?
variety of patronage too.
Well, we were talking about too on that Saints episode about how you'll hear like so and so's a patron saint of flowers or whatever, and it's because like, well, they saw a flower one day. Like that's the whole story.
Yeah.
Like great. Or they're the patron saint of television, and the reason is because like
They've seen things.
they saw there was a bird one time, which was the logo for CBS in the 1930s or something. It's like yeah, I can't see you at all, Rachel, over there. I don't like this configuration there.
What is What happens when there's normally somebody here? Can you not see them?
They're usually just like slightly over.
Yeah, they're normally
wrong
sitting.
place?
Yeah.
John Henry normally
Smart.
ignores them.
That is the worst spot to be in, though. That's the honest to God behind the scenes truth is that I don't
Oh, yeah.
normally
Should
see
I
the
move
person right
this?
there.
No, you're good there.
Whatever producer Ben says.
Okay, I don't
That's
want
all right.
to touch them.
We do have one more award because I know we're coming up on time.
Yeah, we have one more award to give out today, and it's a special one because I'm kind of scared to give it. I don't know what's going to happen. And it's the most amount of show notes. Is that it? Who's who's the sponsor of this one?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Who? It is,
I know it was hard to find a sponsor.
No, it was Crash Bandicoot 2.
Crash Bandicoot 2.
Yeah, Crash
Alrighty.
Bandicoot 2 made for PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
I think it came out in 97 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this award is for most show notes given. We hired a show notes guy when we started.
Right.
That was part of the whole thing. His name was Benny.
Yes.
He
I remember
disappeared
that.
one day, and now we have that.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we get a lot of questions about this and the thousands and thousands of emails we get every week
Yep.
on Honest to God about, like, does Show Notes Benny exist? Does he not exist? Like, what is up with this running gag? And the answer is it's not a running gag.
Yep.
Every week, we deconstruct this set. We move it to another city somewhere on the planet.
And the whole goal of that, I don't know if people know, is to try to escape
This.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when we're done, right, every time, and when we rebuild it, everything seems fine, and it's a normal 3-dimensional, regular room-looking room, not some Lovecraftian hellscape with an infinite abyss of pain and suffering to our right.
Yeah.
But then the inky blackness emerges every single time.
Every single time, without fail.
And that's the downside. And the upside is it takes killer show notes.
I know. I don't have to do them. I just like look in the Notion, and there are show notes about what we talked about.
It's really wild.
It's pretty like cool. You know, the dread is a little daunting, but you know, show notes are great.
Well, it's one of those things where you feel like it can hurt you, but in our experience, it can't. You know,
it's only a friend.
It's like seeing a shark in an aquarium that you're pretty sure was well constructed. Right?
Yeah.
Like you're pushing your hand on the
So
glass.
for most show notes, and I guess also for most fear incited in our guests,
I'd say existential dread.
Yeah, more than fear. Yeah,
So,
it goes to.
I'm just gonna take this over here. You got it on camera. There we
Yeah,
go. There we go. And
what?
and
What's
something's
that,
coming
John
out. From, wait a minute.
Is that? Does that say squad goals?
Squad goals.
Is that the Golden
The
Girls?
Golden Girls.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's
It's really
a deep, honest to
something
God.
else.
John, do you hear something?
I feel like I hear something. What's that?
What's that?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the world and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest card would say, it was gift from me. And if the card would say, thank you for being a friend.
Well then.
That went exactly like I expected it to.
Oh
we
my.
gave that award off into the abyss.
Now we have this, I guess.
I mean, that happened and we were here for it. And I feel like it's not the worst way to end our first anniversary episode.
I mean, we have a couple more awards to give.
Nope.
We have one more set of panelists on for this one.
And that is it. So we'll see you next week after these last panelists on Honest to God. Big thanks. This show notes, Benny. That has been a long time coming, and it was worth every second of it.
Second of it.
That was awesome. All right, we're going to switch out. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is AM 1160 The Quest, Atlantis Catholic Radio. You're listening to Honest to God. This is actually not a fake laugh as we come back. I was actually laughing at Tim over there who just cracked me up off air. All right, I think this is our last segment of our 2-hour-long monument. I've been talking forever.
It's been a big show.
It has been a big show.
Yeah.
It's been a really big show. Lots of people. It's amazing how many people we've actually cycled through here today. And
I think we ourselves deserve an award for the most amount of guests interviewed on an episode of Honest to God ever.
I
on
agree.
any show.
We should do that. Do you want to hand me an award while I hand you one?
Yeah, here.
Oh, that's so cute.
Here's an award for you to hand me, and
Okay.
I have an award. All right. And
But there's no camera, so
so
is it just gonna?
here we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We both get to do the.
Y'all need to like edit that
Fantastic.
some type of way.
Hey.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Way to go, Ben. Congratulations.
Congrats, John Henry.
And we got Tim here, and we've got Hannah, who is like throwback from back in the day.
Yep.
It's been a while since you've been here.
Well, you guys changed it to Wednesdays on me, and that was when I
We're
worked.
Saturdays sometimes too.
Oh, well, that I have less of an excuse for, but I do have drills sometimes,
Yeah.
so. And I also did work Saturdays.
Well, it's really good to have you back on, Hannah.
I'm happy to be here.
You still owe us one fun fact, and if you'd like, you can tell us the marble fact again.
You wanna hear
which you
that
just
again?
told us. You had some gentleman who was interested in you, maybe.
He's what if he
And,
watches this?
Good. I hope he watches this. Can you tell him?
Okay, cool. I'm not.
He
gonna
knows
shout
he's
out his
interested
name.
in you.
Well,
It's going to be a surprise to him. Does he not know? He does now.
Well, anyway, this is the story now that I have to say it for another time in my life. But we watched the My Fair Lady movie as a family, and she has to like have a bunch of marbles in her mouth so like she starts speaking better. Which honestly, I don't think that's a really relevant way to do that.
Doesn't seem viable as a
Yeah,
real
it doesn't
therapy
at all.
option.
And I was saying how I didn't think it was that hard, and my siblings were like, "Oh yeah, if it's really not that hard, then do it. Then do it." And so I did, and I swallowed about probably like 3 marbles.
Oh my God.
But there was a lot in my mouth, and I think I started crying. And then my mom, I had to tell her, and then she just had to make sure that they passed through correctly.
I mean, if you're going to swallow some foreign object, I feel like marbles are probably the best one to swallow. Right?
Yeah, they're
There's sharp
they're
edges.
very.
And it's a great conversation starter. I
Yeah.
mean, have you swallowed marbles?
No, I never
Okay, so
have.
now we're starting to talk, so it's cool.
I had a dog swallow a belt one time.
That's
Interesting.
not
Like a
the
whole
same,
belt.
but yeah.
Less convenient than marbles.
But anyway, so I told a guy he should watch Honest to God because I was in it and because it's a good Catholic radio show. And
I would argue the best.
that was an endorsement. And
This episode of Honest to God is actually brought to you by Honest to God.
Yeah.
So big shout out to
ourselves.
Honest to God. Make sure you check them out on AM 1160 The Quest, Atlanta's Catholic Radio. They're also available on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts. There's a YouTube channel. Yeah, just check them out. Honest to God. All right, sorry.
Not yet available on the Chinese TV network, but we're working on it.
We are working on that.
Like, actually?
Turns out it's less restrictive than Canadian broadcasting. So Xi Jinping is a lot easier to get along with than Trudeau. All right, sorry. Back to you.
yeah, but anyway, he
Back to the
just
show. Yeah.
happened to click on the episode where I said that story. And yeah, then he texted me and he was like, "Oh yeah, like I heard about your marble story," and I was just like, "That's not something that I needed anyone to know. I don't know why I said it on air in the first place."
I love the idea of having just one-off interviews where we just have somebody tell them everything, like tell us everything about themselves and where they stand on moral issues, and get some embarrassing stories, like all the really important stuff you need to know about them, and then we don't even push it real big. People can watch it if they want, but it exists just so when there is some member of the opposite sex who might be interested,
you can give them
in
that
establishing a
episode as
relationship.
like a.
You know what y'all
That's a
should
good
do?
idea.
Y'all know what y'all should do is you guys should then do these interviews and then pair people up based off their interviews.
great idea.
And then have them watch it and then have them go on a date together.
I feel like we tried this before.
we could call it Honest to Dates.
Are you giving a shout back
I'm
to
giving a shout out to the
RC Fat Gag?
RC Fat Gag, the one episode that was deleted out of existence. That
Not because we've had 2 episodes that didn't get aired. One of them was because of audio issues.
that one
was the
just
only
issue
episode.
The studio scrapped it totally and completely. The radio station said we cannot put this on the air.
Floating around in the ether is the episode.
And they were right.
Watched.
I'm okay with that. Like, I feel like that was an okay
It
decision.
wasn't a great episode. It was really funny.
It was really funny.
It was good.
It was funny in the way, though, that nobody else would think it was funny. if
Yeah,
it were on
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
I thought it was really great.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about, but I'm intrigued
It's deleted.
now.
Yeah, you would know.
You
RC
can't
Fat
see
Gag.
it.
RC Fat Gag was an acronym, and I don't remember what it was an acronym for, but we spent most of the show trying to pair this guy up with
Someone.
anyone.
Okay.
Not anyone in
I
particular.
would watch that. I don't know
just
why it
someone.
wasn't aired.
Yeah, well, if you'd seen it, you'd understand.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, what's your fun fact?
I don't know. So my fun fact would be that I was on the deleted episode.
Oh, that's good.
And I also
That's
paired
true.
that fun fact up with the fact that I can't do a cartwheel or a handstand or really anything athletic.
Nice.
That's
I
fair.
can sit down and stand up. That's about as
Dude, you've been killing that today.
I felt like I was doing well.
Yeah.
Do you see this pose? Do you see
I'm
everything with
rocking
it? Killing it.
Got your Superior
Practice.
Flight School
We can
polo
do.
on.
We don't shut them out.
I mean, I just see it on your
I know.
sleeve there. No, this episode of Honest to God is brought to you by Honest to God. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Definitely not
Of course,
Superior
of course.
Flight School.
That and Kroger.
Yeah, but not the store.
Yeah, not the
Just
store.
to clarify. Kroger, but not the store. That's our overarching sponsor.
Yeah,
This particular segment is brought to you by Honest to God.
Yep.
On AM 1160, The Quest, Atlanta's Catholic Radio.
What a shout out.
What's it? Oh, I thought you were going to say, we can just do a
You've gotten really
shout
good
out
at it.
only segment.
Yeah.
Have I since you've been here since the beginning when I was
Yeah.
not as good at it?
No, you used to you used to forget anything.
I used to call it
and now I feel like-
1160 AM instead of AM 1160.
That was a huge mistake. Studio got really mad.
They actually did get kind of upset. Not like actually angry, but
Right,
like, hey,
but
you really
like-
got to fix that. They care a lot about where those A's and M's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, do we want to do Hannah's Award?
Let's do Hannah's Award. Let's
And then-
end it off.
And then
Oh,
Tim's got
Hannah.
an award.
Tim has gotten an award. Yeah.
That's insane.
The other one?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Hannah's, you have no idea what your award is? It's actually super important.
Yeah. This goes back to the fact that you were there when the show was kind of started.
Very beginning.
Very beginning of it. And we had a Zoom session where we were brainstorming what the show was going to be about and topics we wanted to cover. And we got around to naming the show.
Right.
And one of the prevailing names was the Catacombs Cafe. That was
cool.
That was a cool name.
Good name.
But then Hannah, you suggested the name Honest to God.
Yeah.
And so Hannah, you get the award that you came up with the name.
Yeah, it's a really
Brought
special
to you
award.
by who is?
Make sure you get the right one.
Here it is.
This award is brought to you by
Yep.
Honest to God. It's a big one with a base. They
Yeah.
all have the bases like that. Look at that little sunflower coaster.
Honestly, that's a really great award. Like,
Honest to God.
I'll see that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty great.
Man, the void just coming in.
Fantastic.
Very happy with that one. Yeah,
That's
Hannah, we got to
awesome.
get you like pointing at the award, like going like,
Oh, okay. Like actually, right now.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And cool, awesome.
It's great. You killed it.
Thanks.
All right. So I don't know. I mean, this is our last episode. I do want to ask them one final question because I've asked that the last couple of panelists we had. 1 year under our belt, 2,000 episodes, 1 year. What are we in the next 365 days? What should we cover? What should we talk about?
There's like so many things.
We'll pick one or two.
I mean, one thing I think would be really interesting to talk about would be to go into like why couples shouldn't live together before they're married. Because that's like a hard one. Because like there's like reasons that people can make against and for it. So I think that one would be really good. And another one, I'm gonna switch to you while I think of my other one, and then we'll go back.
I have nothing important except for ministry, but on boats.
How did I know
Exclusively
that's
on
where you were
boats.
gonna know?
Tim is historically a big
Yeah.
fan of boats.
Boats.
Here,
They are
yeah.
pretty cool. I'll tell
Get
you
a
that.
mental breakdown on the show
Yeah.
about boats. Yeah.
I do like it. I've gotten into Jack
Yeah, I'd like to do more ministry episodes. And once again, if you've made it 2 hours into this episode
Yeah.
right now, and you have ideas or anything that you'd really like us to dig into, let us know. We're a real small mom and pop operation over here, and
Yeah,
pretty
leave us
much
a comment.
Yeah, we get a ton of ideas from comments and from DMs and stuff that we've gotten. So please let us know. What do you want us to talk about? And
Yeah.
then let us know if you want to come be on the show.
Yeah, if you're in the Atlanta area or if you want to fly to the Atlanta area, let us know. We'll get you on the show. We got to vet you first, make sure you're not, Nazi or anything like
Yeah,
that.
we talked to you
But-
briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're one of our 16% subscribers who are Indian. 16% of our subscribers from the subcontinent.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I know, isn't that awesome? Come on, be on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I would say
Fly over.
something else would be maybe like I feel like especially like our generation, like mental health is a big thing that we've dived into, and like that has had negative repercussions as well as positive ones. So I feel like going into that on a Catholic perspective, because I know so many religions push like, oh, you don't have mental health issues if you're religious, and that's not true. It's just that like we have to realize imperfections are all part of who we are humanly. So there's things that there's reasons that God has us the way we are, and there's things that happen from us just being in a world we're not made for this world.
Right.
So there's negative repercussions from that. So going into that and how it affects people and how Catholicism like
Totally.
deals with that, I think would be helpful.
Yeah, there is just what I've learned, if nothing else, from starting the show a year ago. And we started all the prep and the brainstorming before we were actually on the air. But there's an infinite number of topics. that
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like we can
I don't
dig our
know
teeth
if we'll
into.
ever run out of topics to do.
Yeah. I mean, We always got boats.
We always do.
We
have
always got
boats.
boats.
Always come back to boats.
They're always making new boats.
That's true.
Yeah, I've heard that. That old saying about how there's always a new boat. You know. All right, guys. I am exhausted after 2.5 hours or so of actually filming and recording. This has been a blast.
Absolutely
Thank you guys
fantastic.
for being on the show. It's been if you're there, thank you for everything. It feels like I owe you a big thanks today, producer or show notes Benny. So thank you. And as always, producer Ben, it's a blast, brother.
It's been fantastic, John Henry. This last year has been an absolute treasure.
It's been a delight. There is nobody else I would rather stare at for hours and hours on end, multiple times a month than you,
At
Ben.
least 2,000 hours.
At least 2,000 hours. Yeah. And absolutely, if you're listening right now, a huge thank you to all of our audience, regardless of where you're listening. Thanks so much for listening to the show. Thanks for your support. We can't wait to do this for another year. I think that's it. Are we done?
That's it. I think
We made
we're
it to the
done.
end?
We did, indeed.
2 hours has been a blast. Happy birthday to us, guys. All right. That's all we got. Producer Ben,
Signing off.
over and out. Do, 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 do.